right. All right. Here we are. Hmm. It's after a long hiatus and everything. We are back with the live stream there. So yes, like a big welcome back. Huh. I'm back for everybody that's for everybody there. Seems all coming in here. Sub KC, as my cousin Tiffany would say, KC, KC, KC. Almost like K and C, the way she would say it there. Oh boy. Yeah, well, it looks like we got two others there. Guess we're about to find out who they are. As we're finding that out, we are in the last little fuck turn. Last little bit of absolutely normal chaos. Should be able to finish it tonight. There, the last little bit of it there. All right, what's up, Zach? Oh, okay. See, working on one of your reviews there, buddy. Okay. So, yeah, uh, hopefully there's hopefully we can get it all in there because I got something else that I want to go into after finishing this book. Before before going into more of Sharon Creech's work, there's something I picked up on today that I think will be appropriate for what's going on. Oh yeah, here's our next story time after this is finished. Space Jam 2, the new legacy. And maybe a little bit later I might even get the novel of the first Space Jam as well. I used to have it. I wish I still did, but guess I gotta find it though. So, but yeah, I found this one at Barnes and Noble. Yeah, so and I also found a couple other little treats there. This right here is actually a DC comic or a graphic novel of the movie there. Oh yeah. Mhm. No, something came up on her end, yeah. So, kind of at the last minute there, but yeah, baby. So, hopefully, hopefully, maybe she might be able to make tomorrow night. But like I say, those things kind of happen there, Yeah. But yeah, I found that, and I also found this version of Space Jam. This would be a good little bedtime story if you want to read Space Jam New Legacy as a bedtime story for your kiddies. Yeah, we get the little golden book there. Yeah, so you can tell I'm space jammed up. I'm jammed, and it sort of makes me think of an idea for what if the Justice League and the Looney Tunes crossed over with each other, and the idea behind that I thought of involved Space Jam, the first movie. Uh, the boss of the Monstars. Yeah, he would come back. The Monstars would be made evil again. I'm probably while I'm working on my Looney Tunes back in action reaction. Um, Bear with me. I'm really hoping to get it out by the end of this month. Next Saturday, hopefully, before I go on vacation there from my day job, of course, so that way I can start working on part two. Oh, hey Claire, okay, glad you gave a little shout out there. But yeah, hopefully I get Louis Tunes back in action. Part one out by the 31st of this month there. all together and everything, and then have part two before some point in September. Um, However, though, oh yeah, but while I'm working on it tomorrow, I will probably do a little filming. Y'all can kind of see a little bit of me working while I do a at the same time vlog about my ideal of Justice League and Looney Tunes, which like I say, would involve the first Space Jam and also an appearance from Static Shock, Rick Gere, and the Hoop Squad, as well as a whole lot of basketball players. Not and it would actually take place before Space Jam 2. So yeah, you wouldn't exactly see LeBron James in that one, but you would see Michael, as well as, like I say, all the other basketball players that were current, possibly even Shaq. Oh yeah. Yep. So yeah, that would be and as you can see, the sweat is still getting on my nerves. Whew. Now I know how it feels to be a preacher. Whew. And know that you should always do what you should always honor the mother and father. Ooh, somebody say amen. Yeah. Ooh. Hey, let's see. That was. Oh man, Zach. Oh man. You gonna do us like that, Zach? You gonna do. You want to be ashamed of yourself. Oh, well, yeah, wait, I'm just kidding, Richard. I know. Just like live action Mulan, we all have our differences. I guess now Bugs Bunny gonna be mad at you now. Like Mick. Oh, first, now you don't like Mulan, the live action movie. And now he doesn't like me and LeBron James being in Space Jam 2. But I can get over that. Oh, he's gonna try to make himself look better than me. Oh, all right. Can't believe this guy. Oh, can't think what Boss Baby gonna be. Well, okay, like I guess. Oh no, I guess he's gonna hate me. He's gonna hate me. Oh boy. Oh well. The old saying, can't please everybody. It's all good though. It's all good. All good. Okay, so we got the first one from Case. Okay. Let's see. Try to see what my Hiko voice sound like. All right, I'll be. Alrighty then. Hopefully some up. All right. Okay, so yeah. All right, so we're gonna do Hiko, and then we're gonna see what kind of voice. All right. I think let's see. I think Hiko. I can kind of picture. I kind of picture him sounding like Takato a little bit, at least at the moment. There, at least that's what I'm thinking at the moment, like Takato's voice. Let's see, Takato from Tamers. All right. Hey, Gilmon. It's Tuesday, August 7th. Wow. I still can't hardly believe yesterday when I woke up this morning, I had to go back and read last night's journal entry, and I'm sure I hadn't imagined it all. King of Kings. I sure had some weird dreams last night. In my dreams, everyone kept getting all mixed up and running together. My father turned into Uncle Carl Joe, who turned into Mr. Fuzz, who turned into Mr. Chevy. Mr. Chevy turned into Mrs. Fuzz, who turned into Aunt Redine, and Beth Ann called here a million times in the day while Carl was at work. She wanted to know where he was at last night. She wanted to know how long he was gone and why didn't he come over to the house. I I didn't tell her the news. I figured that Carl Ray would do it soon enough. I just said I wasn't my cousin's keeper, and she got mad. Couldn't see Alex, but I'll see him tomorrow. Uh, so, there's some weird stuff going on in here, Naomi. But although although there's some abnormalities I kind of like, like you. You really mean that, Hika? Yeah. I mean, after all, I'm kind of considered a kind of a strange guy myself. So, guess that makes us like, kind kind of makes us fit there. Okay. And let's see, Naomi's voice. I could kind of see. Oh, that's right. At one point, I will share this. In Heroes of Dreams, I actually imagined Naomi kind of sounding like Kari from Digimon. Um, However, because of the whole thing with her and Hiko, I'm kind of seeing more of a Taya voice. It's almost, yeah, picture like Taya, like an autistic Taya, and still really cute. And so I think more like Japanese Taya. Yeah, like the Japanese voice, because that Japanese voice really sounded sweet. Almost Japanese Anzu and Serenity almost sound kind of similar. Hmm. Yeah, now that I think about it, now it almost want to make me do Yugi's voice for Hiko. Hey, never know what my finalization will be, buddy. All right, but here goes Naomi. It's Wednesday, August the 8th. Saw Alex today. Brain is a complete mush as a result. And two more. Better do the English voice be a little easier for me to mimic there. Okay. So I saw Alex today. My brain is a complete mush as a result. Two more, two more kisses. I love Alex Shibby. And I do love you, Hika. Thursday and Thursday, August the 9th. Alpha and Omega school starts in 3 weeks. Like, how did that happen? Where's the summer going? Saw Alex again. Two more kisses. Almost making me think of Taya in that the manga when Yugi rescued her from that guy at Burger World, and she was daydreaming about it to him, even though she didn't know that was actually other Yugi. Friday, August. Other than the see, maybe as we go along, some kind of might pop up at random there. Know how our minds work, Case. Stuff just be happening. Dang fly! There's a fly invading a live stream. Okay, romantic Naomi with Taya's voice a little bit more. I will not let this fly disturb me. I couldn't see Alex. I couldn't see Alex today, but he invited me to a picnic with his parents on Sunday. He invited Carl Ray too, but Carl Ray got a letter from his other father. He wants him to go home this weekend. Well, talk to him. I refuse 100% to go along with Corey this time, so Dennis is going. Poor thing. I am not going to warn him about Snappers or Booger Hill in the outhouse. He wouldn't believe me anyway. Well, might as well find out the hard way. Ah, great. There's rain after school. But at least the sun's shining in my heart when he goes around. And this will be really funny. They Hiko and Yiro in Yugi and Yami's position with this scene. Uh, the part where, all right, this is where you take over. Wait, what? I'm not. This isn't a duel. Hello. Oh, it's funny that the English version played it like Yuki was asking Taya, "Oh, I want you to help the spirit of the puzzle feel better because he's been depressed lately." Japanese version, Yuki was just asking Anzu out on a date. I guess 4Kids doesn't want the kids to know about dating. Ooh, no dating, censor dating. Oh yeah, but it's okay. It's okay for Rebecca to be all goo goo eye over Yugi because of a because of some fan fictions that came out before Waking the Dragons. Yeah, yeah. Nice work. Nice work with commissioning that 4Kids. Yeah, I know you commit. I know they commissioned some of those seasons from Japan. Yeah, really. I mean, like, oh yeah, like kids don't have crushes. I mean, okay, I can understand every kid's different, and they might not probably admit it, but I mean, they know it exists. Yeah. Heck, watch it. Watch if they show it in the show, that might make them come out with it on their own. Okay, so gonna try Hiko as Yugi, and then Yami. Since we mentioned just about Naomi with the Taya voice. Well, Beth Ann is a basket case. Carl Ray told her on and on. Told her They told her on Tuesday night about Mr. Fuss being his father, and Beth Ann called me on Wednesday to ask if it was true. She doesn't think it's neat at all. She thinks it's disgusting. And she told Carl Ray that, so Carl Ray didn't see her Wednesday or Thursday. Then Beth Ann called me a million times to ask why Carl Ray hasn't called her. Honestly, when I told her that he was going to West Virginia this weekend, she started sniffling. How could he do that? How could he? And on and on. And then she told me she was going to another GG Peep pajama party on Saturday. I just pretended not to hear that. I mean, really, I'm not that interested in your GGP pajama party. Nor, apparently, I don't have much interest of it either. But it looks like I have to take a turn with this. Yeah, Yami Bakura trying to be Dracula, and Yugi's taking. Oh, ideally getting to go back to stopping him from taking that idea. well, in the Japanese version, Yami Bakura did eat a bloody steak once. I could murder a cup of tea. Oh boy. Yeah, there was that. Oh yeah. Maybe in the Japanese version, maybe whoever animated that scene must have had a vampire in mind. Oh, oh my goodness, Yami. Actually, I would not be too surprised with him. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Well, let's see. Cut to Well, he did team up with the regular. Well, Bakura did team up with the regular Malik to go up against the more psychotic one. Oh boy. Hmm. Let's see. Okay, so with oh yeah, right. Goody. Well, that wasn't too easy. Their souls have been locked away, and after and now, good evening, my darling. Yes. Then she told me that she had seen Derek the Divine. Remember him? Her gorgeous boyfriend. She saw him at the A&P, and he was with that tacky pink sweater. I had this terrible feeling that Becca is the kind who would drop Carl Ray in a minute and go back with Derek the Divine. She had better not. That's all I can say. Well, in my case, I was headed to the Shadow Run for that. Saturday, August the 11th. Oh, dreary, raining and pouring outside, and Ray and Dennis are gone. Oh, yes. Mom made me go to my old school clothes to figure out what I would need for September. I finished the Odyssey today. Sort of a strange ending. Perhaps I should, perhaps we should tell about it, don't you think? Or I could force you to duel me, Seto Kaiba, in order to make you go to Egypt. What's that? You don't want to comply? Well, I guess you could say goodbye to Mokuba. If that if that geek wants a duel, I'm giving him a duel. Then let's go for it, Seto. What's wrong, Kaiba? There's no such thing as magic, and all those weird visions you've been having, they don't exist either. Oh yeah, they really ran the ground with that I don't believe in magic thing. I I don't. I will admit it would be kind of funny at times, but yeah, yeah, you think all this stuff happening eventually he would, you know, see that okay something is happening because yeah the thing with the Japanese he knew that there was magic involved he just didn't care about it, but I mean he knew it was happening. Yeah, or better yet, he was focused on trying to obtain victory. That's what it was. Because, like he told us, sees you, okay, Egyptian God card, I'll take it. But and I'll start this tournament. But leave your occult stuff out of my tournament, okay? I pick my own destiny, okay? So, okay, so stacking up the suitors. Okay, now Yugi. Okay, so Yugi once again. And then he's gonna go. Then Yabakura will go back to Ryu. Or since I did Hiko as Yugi earlier, I'll do Yami. Yu-Gi-Oh! The sacking of the suitors. Of course, Odysseus sacks all the suitors and hangs the maids who didn't conduct themselves very well in his absence. Odysseus, dog recognizes him before his wife does, honestly. In fact, Penelope was going to make him sleep by himself until he goes on and on about their bed that he made with his own two hands. And then he goes into every detail about how he made it. And finally, Penelope believes that it's really Odysseus, her husband. He gets all soppy over him. Then, just when you think everything's going to be happy and peachy again, a bunch of the suitors' relatives come and battle with Odysseus. More bloody battles until Athena swoops and says, basically, quit fighting or Zeus will be mad. And so they stop, and that's the end of that. Sort of sorry. It's sort of sorry it was all over to tell you the truth. No more rosy-fingered Dawn or swooping Athena or one-eyed monster disguises or revelations. All right. Draw your last pathetic card so I can end this match. My grandpa's deck has no pathetic cards, Kaiba, but it does contain the unstoppable Exodia. Ah, impossible! I've assembled all 5 pieces of the puzzle. All 5 for an automatic win. Ah, no! You actually performed a miracle! Exodia, obliterate! Ah! Oh, I had to do that. Woo. When you do the voice of Dan Green, that makes you sweat like a preacher. Dan Green as a pastor. Oh, be kind of interesting. Mm. Okay, now for Ryu. Um, oh yeah, this thing. Hmm. I've taken over one of his cards instead of yours. Strike me now while I hold him back. You can't win against the evil, but I have a better idea. If the evil power from Bakura's Millennium Ring can trap souls from people, then my Millennium Puzzle can put them back. All right, our Bakura's back where he belongs. But where's the evil dude? This can't be! Listen closely, Yugi. Use the power of the Dark Magician. Send him to the graveyard now! You got it! Dark Magic Attack! Ah! Ah! And then he screams like a little girl when the Reaper of Cards comes for him. Ah! So, I've started calling Alex Poseidon King of the Sea because of all his fishing lures and all. The only thing is old Poseidon doesn't have a girlfriend like Antony and Cleopatra, so Alex was having trouble thinking of a nickname. I told him I wouldn't mind being called Athena since she is a goddess after all. Sunday, August 12th. My brain is 300% mushy, partly from being with Alex and partly from being tomorrow. I'll tell about it tomorrow. Oh yeah. Okay, let's see if we can throw some in the mix. Oh yeah. I mentioned about the Loonies and Space Jam there. So, see, let's start off with a chorus. Let's start off. Let's do some drills. Let's start off with Michael Jordan, because well, even though my hair is growing a little bit back, once I shave it, I'll be bald like Mike again. All right. Okay, so Monday, August the 13th. So, I'll start yesterday. Lordy, lordy. Well, I went to Windy Rock, and Alex and I took a long walk and climbed up the actual Windy Rock, and we found a place in the grass. So nice after just sitting in there. A little wind blowing around us, the sky clear, and the sun to warm our arms and legs. So let's see. Carl Ray and Dennis got back from their trip. Should have heard Dennis talking about it. He liked the outhouse about just as much as anyone. Fashion. Yeah, it's kind of odd. Yeah, I do find that kind of odd that no Johnny or anything like that there. Yeah, it's kind of odd. I wish I knew his Discord there. Maybe I alert him that we're here. I know Zach should be showing up any minute, so yeah. Yeah. Okay, but yeah, appreciate that you did come there, Zach. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna hold the fort down for him there. Yeah. So do it. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm gonna. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna continue the mic voice I was doing there. Yep. See you. Hope you have a good night then, Case. Then have fun with the kitties. Yeah. All right. All right. So for those of y'all probably watching this on the replay and yes, yeah, watching this on the replay. Let's see. Let's see. Conray and Dennis got back from the trip, and you should have heard Dennis talking about it. He liked the outhouse about just as much as I did. And while he was there, he went swimming in the swimming hole, and Lee Bobs scared him talking about the snapper. But sure enough, John Roy took Dennis Booger Hill, and sure enough, John Roy took Dennis up there and all the way up to the cabin. And sure enough, when they got there, he started about the convict. And Dennis got lost and said that Carl Ray drove like a maniac, and they were lucky to get home alive. This sound familiar to you? Yeah, it's pretty familiar. All right, let's do some drills. Has any of y'all ever played basketball before? And of course, the very demanding scene of Mike. Hey, I didn't come down here to get my butt kicked by a bunch of space aliens. Oh boy! All right. So, as per the suggestions for the voices here, do another one. Let me see if I can get somebody else in here real quick. There. Uh, get somebody else in here real quick. Yep. One thing I will share, it'll probably be on a like I said, it'll be on the video. I mentioned this earlier. Um, Probably hear mention this earlier. Those of y'all listening on the repeat. Um, the idea I thought of with space. Oh, not well. It has Space Jam in it, but Looney Tunes and Justice League meeting up would involve Space Jam elements where Swaghammer would team up with Darkseid of all people in order to get his revenge on the Looney Tunes. And as a deal with Darkseid, Darkseid would give him this apocalyptic tech, from the planet Apocalypse, where he's from, so Swaghammer could mind control the Monstars into attacking the Loonies, as well as enhancing them with different powers and stuff, and be teamed up with some of Darkseid's henchmen. They attack the Loonies, and when he gets his revenge on the Loonies, then he would have to help. What's his name? He would have to help Swaghammer would then have to help Darkseid defeat the Justice League. So, yep. So that would be kind of the idea, and you would see a scene where a lot of the basketball players are getting kidnapped. There, Batman hears about it. Bugs notice that the monsters are missing because, of course, they're under mind control, and then wondering why they're attacking him and the Loonies. Um, you get an appearance from Static Shock. Him and Gear would be. Oh boy. Okay, sending to the wrong person here. Uh, but Static and Gear would, of course, hear about this. They would be teamed up with the Hoop Squad in the brief scene, trying to help defend the Hoop Squad's secret base, keep Swaghammer and some of Darkseid's men uh, from getting some of the biotech that they have. The Swaghammer's already got himself, and they would also have Dr. Odin in on the plan. So yeah, it'd be quite a little crossover treat there. So Yeah, I'm telling. Let's see. So yeah, that would be pretty much what it got. Try to have more detail on that to tell you guys. While I'm working on my Looney Back in Action picks there, sort of vlog it while I'm working on that there. So yep, there will be that. Okay, I think this is about all I can. Now, like, okay, I'll just do it like that. Yeah. And I just realized I was supposed to send a video to one of my coworkers, and I forgot to do that. Oh, oh boy. That's what was getting on my nerves there. I am not gonna lie. Huh? Okay. Mr. Okay. Oh, you're talking about the AI that Don Chico plays there, that computer virus. Yeah, that is that what you're talking about? And I see you got Mr. Swaghammer. Okay, I know him. And oh yeah, the villain from Back in Action. I can't think of his name, but I know who you're talking about though. He was over that Acme Corporation. He was over the top. So yeah, it was kind of hard to miss that guy. Do you write that down? You like the laugh? Kind of like the laugh. Ha 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 ha. I was almost skeptical he was going to break his back. Mm, okay. All right. So we're starting. Okay. So where I left. Oh yeah. Max Call Ray. Gonna start off with Don Cheeto, who played the AI. Yep. I also not, and of course we all know he was in. Don Chico was also in Fresh Prince, and the MCU as War Machine, Rhodey, and he also did the voice of Donald Duck in a few episodes of DuckTales when Donald was able to talk. Everything looks okay to me. Okay, so I asked Carl Ray about his father. He said everything was pretty much better. Carl Ray told Uncle Carl Joe what he told us about being lucky he still had a real father, and Uncle Carl Joe was still happy to hear it. Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm kind of surprised that he's not here or there. I know usually I have the post up. I usually, just like I heard from you, Zeg, I usually also hear from him. It's kind of odd there. Mm. I know he was in I know he was in your last stream, not last week there. Mm. It's kind of odd there. Well, oh yeah, and he was and he would always be there when Carl Ray needed him. Then Carl Ray wanted to know if Batman had called, so I told him all about 8 million calls and Carl Ray, 8 million calls, and Carl Ray went to the cemetery again last night. He must have come home really late because I didn't hear him come in. At dinner, Carl Ray casually mentioned that Mrs. Fuzz had asked him if he would like to live with them. Oh boy. So, I challenge you to a basketball game. You want to get your son back? Send him to the rejects. Oh. I'm a cartoon. I'm sorry to give it hard. Oh boy. Okay, so let's see. Now we got Mr. Swaghammer, and then the villain from Back in Action. What? No, what? What? What did he say? I missed it. What did you say, Conray? Mrs. Fuzzet wants to know if you'll go live with them. With the Fuzzets? What is that? Is what he said? Is that what he said? Well, you're not going to do that, are you, Conray? Are you going to leave? No, not leaving. And then he starts crying like mad. Why don't you all just give Conray a chance to answer? That's a good idea. Well, I told her I had to think about it. She said she'd like a man around the house, to help kill the spiders and help her, help get to know my sort of brothers and sort of sister. Oh, not leaving. Jeez, kid, you really got away with words. He's like, stupid. He just stupid. Pete, he does not say my ideas are stupid. And these ideas are stupid. Pete, he did not just say my ideas were stupid. Got another little surprise for you there, Zach. Like I say, I'm gonna go. Now I'm actually gonna be my first viewing for New Legacy. I'm actually gonna go somewhere between August 1st to 7th because I'll be on vacation from my day job. Me and Christina will go see that. I saw a review of Space Jam New Legacy from Double Toasted. Corey Coleman, he actually liked it better than the first Space Jam. He said he actually preferred it over the first Space Jam. That was his actually quote. And a little known fact, if you saw the video of the pictures I have so far for Back in Action, is at the end of it, there's a picture of Corey Coleman that states he was one of the effect animators for the first Space Jam. Yep, his got screenshot his name on the credits there. So yeah, he had a hand in the first Space Jam movie. Corey Coleman, and now he does Double Toasted on YouTube. There, matter of fact, he mentions about how he was a effect animator in the review. Yep. Okay, so now the villain from Back, and now the villain of the Acme Corporation. Now, you know what? A month ago, if someone had asked Carl Ray to leave our house and go live somewhere else, I would have jumped up with joy. I would have jumped up down. I would have turned some cartwheels. I would have been happy as a clam and seaweed. But the funny thing is, when Carl Ray said about Mrs. Fuzz asking him where to go, asking him to go live with her, I was pretty bad. Who do you think she is? All of a sudden deciding to take Carl Ray like that. What about Uncle Carl Joe? How Mrs. Fuzz asked somebody just up and take Kathy or Barry and David a little way. People just don't think sometimes. Tuesday, August 14th. I didn't see Alex. He had to work all day. Carl Ray broke up with FN. And I found out that GGP means girls going places. Imagine that. How dumb. Oh, so it looks like there's been a breakup in this book. Oh my goodness. I wonder why. I wonder why he possibly broke up with her. Oh well. Now on with my evil plan. Ha 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 ha. To steal the Blue Monkey Diamond. Because we are Acme. That villain was crazy. And yet the reason I watched that movie more than once. because it is hilarious how crazy that guy is. Oh boy. So now Wednesday, August the 15th. And since we mentioned a Back in Action there, guess I'll do Brendan Fraser's character as one of my own suggestions. So So Christy called me today, asked me if I'd like to come to the GGP pajama party on Saturday night. She said it was only members for a few girls who were under consideration. I said I was busy. I don't think I would have said that 2 months ago, but something happened to me this summer, and I didn't see Alex today because he and his father went fishing after work. Thursday, Alex, I love Alex Shibby. He sent me a red rose with a card to Athena from Poseidon. I think I'm losing my brains. Carl Ray still hasn't decided on moving with the Fuzzets. Friday, August 17th, went to the movies with Alex. That's what I call heaven. Saturday, August 18th, Beth Ann went to the GG pajama party. Big deal. Sunday, August the 19th, Carl Ray told Mr. Fuzz that he was going to move, that he wasn't moving in with them. Beth Ann called to tell me that Derek the Divine came over to our house after dinner. She said, "Be sure to be sure and tell Carl Ray." I didn't. Hmm. Uh. And what we got? Natasha Black Widow, engine room secure. Oh boy, I remember that first appearance of her in Iron Man 2. First thing Tony's like, "I want one." It's like, Tony, she's not a puppy. What? I want one. What? You think Black Widow was a puppy? What? Oh boy. Let's see. All right, we get the Black Widow voice. Oh no. I'm. Oh no, I'm dying. Alex and I broke up, I think. Well, it happened like this. Went to the park after dinner. Then we walked home to my house and he said goodbye. What, no kiss? He started walking away. That's why I think we broke up. I'm dying. Tuesday, August the 21st. No word from Alex. I'm truly dying. Can't breathe. The stupid old Beth Ann done wormed her way back into Carl Ray's heart. Well, it looks like they're back together. Lucky them. I'm real happy, I really am. Wednesday, August the 22nd, Christy called me today and said there was one more chance to come to the GGP pajama party. I said, big deal. She got mad and hung up. I'm really becoming a rotten person. Then again, I was shot in my side. Goodbye, bikinis. Also, according to my movie, can't conceive any more children. As I've told Banner. Oh boy. And now, yeah, Thursday, August the 23rd. Since I just mentioned Banner, I gotta do Banner because of Black Widow. I gotta do him now. Oh, well, today the florist delivered another rose from Poseidon. I got a rose with the card. I tried to call Alex's mother, but his mother said he was at work. So I said, please tell him Athena called. She said, I thought this was Mary Lou. It is. She said, oh, I'll tell Alex he called. I said, would you just tell him Athena called? Isn't this Mary Lou? Alex called when I got home. He said my mother said that you called, but you were all mixed up and didn't know your name. I thanked him. I thanked him for the rose, and I took a deep breath and asked him why he didn't kiss me the other night. And he said he forgot. Boys. I kind of relate to Alex in this last when it say he forgot to kiss Mary Lou. Uh, Back in high school, I wasn't really dating this girl, um, or maybe young, either senior year or young adult. I'm not completely sure, but I wasn't officially dating the girl, but I kind of anyway. The girl's name was Tiffany, and so she came in Kroger while I was at work, a different Kroger I was working at back then. And when I saw her, she had some of her cousins with her, and I went up and greeted her, and I don't know why I just randomly put my arm around her as I was talking to her, and she kind of gave this look on her face like, "Mm, mm, mm." Like, so then when I got home that night after work, and I was talking to her on the phone, she said, "Well, Gabe, why didn't you kiss me?" I don't know. Literally, I did. I had no clue. So yeah, Mary Lou. Sometime us guys, sometime we're like that there in that department. Sometimes it kind of varies, and then there's just Sometimes we just do stuff, sort of like the Joker. I just do things. Yeah, it kind of happens there. Mm. Was this your plan? Well, my plan was to get us out of here. Your plan sucks. More. Oh yeah, Loki's little sight. Well, I guess Loki's little partner. Oh boy. So now we're at Saturday, August the 25th. Ooh, excuse me. So today, Alex and I sorted out his fishing lures and cleaned their garage. That won't sound very interesting to you, but have you ever seen their garage? It's filled with all kinds of stuff. Um, wooden and old wooden skis and pogo sticks, about 5 foot high stuffed bear, cardboard igloo, two mannequins, uh, a box of wigs, a fake palm tree, and a parachute and a framed picture of a groundhog, collection of Mount eels, a tuba and stuff. We called Carl Ray from Alex's house to see if he and Beth Ann wanted to go out again, but Carl Ray said he had to talk to Beth Ann about something that they had to do alone. Alex and I tried to guess what it was about. Maybe Carl Ray was going to ask her to marry him, or maybe Carl Ray is going to break up with her. Hmm. Carl Ray isn't home, so I don't know what that was all about, but I left a note on his dresser that said, "Carl Ray, you're okay." It's a rhyme from NL. Oh, that was really sweet. Yeah, that's a real sweet, real sweet to, patch things up with Carl Ray, really, really let him know that he's an okay guy. I'm pretty sure nothing is gonna happen to the Carl Ray guy now. I mean, what could possibly happen at this point in the book? Well, do my Loki voice and find out. Saturday, August the 26th. The was thing happened today. Carl Ray's in the hospital. Ooh, snap. He got a call about 3 this morning. He had been at Beth Ann's and he went to the cemetery and he was driving home and ran off the road and into a ditch and his car flipped right over. And you know what? When we got the call, I thought, snapper. Scares me half to death. Something like that could just happen. Carl Ray is unconscious, yes. 2 broken legs, 1 broken arm, and some broken rib. Spent all day at the hospital, and the nurses only let mom and dad in the room. He's real bad. It's real bad, and Dad sent a telegram to Aunt Radini. I don't really feel much like writing. I just hope Carl Ray's going to be okay. Oh, Monday, August the 27th. Oh, God, please let Carl Ray be all right. He's still unconscious. Don't let don't let his time be up. Sure hope there's and the TVA had better stay out of this. We don't need no changing of the timelines. Mm. And let's see now. I got Tuesday, August the 28th. Think I'll throw in a little Thor. You want can't believe you're gonna read us that big oath. All right. So Andre Dean and Uncle Carl Joe, all their kids and Mrs. Fuzz and their kids and all of us were at the hospital today. Everyone praying like mad for Carl Ray to wake up. Got I got to go in for 5 minutes today and to see him. He looked so pitiful lying there, all pale and bruised, all plastered up legs and sticking out, and these tubes jabbed into him. I talked to him as if he could hear me. I said, "Carl Ray, you just have to wake up because all these people need you to wake up." I have a feeling that that all these people still have some things to say to you. And then I told him what I had to say. I apologized for everything that I ever said to him, that I ever did say to him and about him, and said he was pretty okay. When I was back in the waiting room, I kept thinking of the way Carl Ray grinned and all those presents. And Carl Ray saying, "Mary Lou, you're okay." And I kept thinking about the note I left on his dresser that he never saw. It's really sad when you think about it. Wednesday, August the 29th, Carl Ray is not okay, and he won't wake up. The doctors told Andre Dean and Uncle Carl Joe today that he might not ever wake up. How could they say such a thing? How could such things like this happen? Can't even write about it. It's really saddening. Hey, hey, Chloe. Hey, Chloe, how was your journeys with Dawn? Chloe's still here on this journey? Oh, I forgot they didn't finish that arc until next week. Oh boy. Now Thursday, August the 30th. Okay, as per of going back with the loony LeBron James. I'm sorry. I have to do it. He's part of the trilogy. At least what I consider a loony trilogy. Rabbit season. Buzz, my boy. Celebrate her. Okay, we'll do Dawn. Okay, we'll do Dawn first. Okay. All right. Let me take a list. Doobie. Hey, Claire, welcome back. Okay. Okay, didn't see that coming, but glad to see you here, Claire. All right, let me take a listen to Dawn real quick just to get that voice. Dawn. No, not Twilight Dawn. Oh Lord, no. Next. Okay, I suppose I will butt out. Okay, so before Claire goes to bed, we'll do Brendan Fraser one more time. All right, then Brendan Fraser and then me. Freeze! So how'd I do? Well, you're Katie Hawkins. I know this because you almost ran me over last week. By the way, you want me to catch the duck? Look, he's a. Just keep going on with your psychological rant while I answer my remote. Okay, so Thursday, August 30th. Uncle Carl Joe just sits by Carl Ray's bed all day and all night. He won't leave. Mrs. Fuss has invited Aunt Ray Dean and all my cousins to stay at her house because we don't have much room. In a way, I'm glad that Mr. Fuzzy isn't alive to see what happened to Carl Ray. I read back over all my journals and all those awful things I said about Carl Ray. I only hope that Carl Ray doesn't know that I didn't mean him and it wasn't his fault that I was being insensitive. I was only starting to see all the good things about him when this happened. Most of those things used to make me mad about Carl Ray. Like the way he didn't talk much or snuck up on you. Now those are the things I like to remember, and not just the good thing, but like the and not just the good thing, like the way he held Tommy's hand at the funeral, or told Tommy about God coming to get Mr. Fuzz's soul, but how and always driving me places and never saying one mean word about anyone, and bringing me back from home from West Virginia early because I was homesick, and on and on. And those other things that used to drive me crazy are, just part of Carl Ray. Once you get used to him, you wouldn't expect him to be any different. So, suppose he did make up his bed or clumped around so you could hear him. Suppose he ate supper and talked on like Beth Ann. Would those things be really important? Would they really matter? Remember, Carl Ray acted like a monster, running around, funny noises. Can you just hear Carl Ray just saying, "I don't write the note"? Does anybody else say it like Carl Ray? Hmm. All right, there's some Brendan Fraser for you, Claire, and hope you have a good night there. All right, so let me let me revisit Dawn one more time.
There is a next time. I'm catching lots of Pokemon. You won't if you keep doing stupid stuff. Are you calling me stupid?
Okay, Friday, August the 31st. Well, Carl Ray is still unconscious. I read back through the journals again. When I was writing them, I thought I noticed everything. I was keeping a record, but I didn't. But I didn't notice diddly squat. I didn't notice anything about Carl Ray being homesick, or him, or Mr. Fuzz, or how he felt after Mr. Fuzz died. How could a person like me go along, and go along, feeling just the same from day to day? When there was a certain And then there was a certain look back and see I didn't see much of anything, and that I've been changing all along. I don't even recognize myself when I read back over those pages. Once my father told me that the bad things happen sometimes to remind us that we are mortal, and to remind us to appreciate people more. We're not like Zeus or Athena who can live forever and help people out of trouble. I told Alex today that the awful thing about starting to like people when something happens to them, and there's nothing you can do to make everything like it was before. And you with Alex said, does that mean you shouldn't? Does that mean you shouldn't like people? And even though I didn't know, I thought this, but I said, well, of course not. That's just the way it is. If you didn't let people like you, say let people like if you didn't let yourself like people, you shrivel up. Exactly. One kiss. Aunt Radine says that you have to do what's the best to make the world a better place. I said I wasn't for sure if I could make the world a better place. Oh, you already have, Mary Lou. How does a person even know that for sure? Hmm. So now, September 1st, and since we did Dawn's voice there, I guess we'll have to do Ash now. Well, Beth Ann told me today that when Carl Ray came to see her that night before the accident, he told her that he told her that he was moving back to West Virginia, and that he went and when he went to see Mr. Fuzz and then he went to see Mr. Fuzz in the cemetery. Oh, Sylvie. Okay, let's do her. And then Beth Ann was all upset because she had a big fight with Carl Ray, and when he said he was moving, and now she wishes that she could take everything back. I told her that I'm sure Carl Ray knows she didn't mean it, and she only said those things because she would miss him. Alex visited Carl Ray at the hospital and took the fishing lure. He told Carl Ray, even though he was unconscious, that he would take him fishing when he woke up. Sunday, September the 2nd. Well, I guess Carl Ray must like fishing because he woke up today. You'll never see a happy bunch of people. in your life and Aunt Radine and Uncle Carl Joe and all my cousins and whole family and the Fuzzets. You know that Carl Ray, you know what Carl Ray said to his father when he asked him how he was feeling? He said, I don't rightly know. And Uncle Carl Joe said that was the most beautiful thing he ever heard. Dean just swooped down and anointed Carl Ray, saved him from being thrashed around the sea. Well, that's a relief. What a terrific day. All right. And now back to the Ash voice for Monday, September the 3rd. Well, Carl Ray is smiling all over the place, getting better every minute. Carl Joe still sits by his bed all day long, watching Carl Ray and talking to him. I was allowed to visit Carl Ray for 5 minutes a day. I gave him the note that I put on his dresser about being okay. He pointed to the bedpan and say, "Do you think I could borrow your socks for the pea pot?" Carl Ray's getting a sense of humor. His wheel of fortune is spinning around on top again. I received a letter from school today with a list of my courses for next year. Next week. And my English teacher is going to be Mr. Brickway. Must be new because I never heard of him. So a complete stranger is going to read this journal and know all about our Odyssey? Let's hope he's understanding and doesn't put red marks all over everything. That would be a major bummer. And now let's I think when the thing freezes up like that. Okay. And now Tuesday, September the 4th. Okay, I thought I heard something. Tuesday, September the 4th. As a classic Looney Tune, Bugs Bunny. Yeah. What's up, Doc? Carl Ray is getting better every day. He's coming home next week. We've been decorating his room with signs, and Aunt Regine and Uncle Carl Joe and all my cousins are going back to West Virginia today. Although you can tell they don't really want to leave without Carl Ray because he can't travel yet. When he's ready, Dad will take him back to West Virginia. Carl Ray is hopping all over the hospital. He asked the nurse to sign his cast. I think he's becoming more outgoing. Who would have imagined? Carl Ray. He's full of surprises. I decided to end this journal tomorrow. I only have a couple more pages left in this little blue book anyway. This is my 6th book that I've used this summer. I asked Beth Ann and Alex if they did their journals. If they did their journals, Alex said he started his when he went to Michigan. I wonder if he wrote anything about me. Beth Ann said she had to start it today. I know I wrote too much. Maybe I won't turn it in. Anyway. I'm not sure if I want a total stranger to be reading this. And what are we going to go into the last day with? Let's see. Doctor Strange. What do you need, Sylvie? I may have killed the guy who controls the sacred timeline. Come here and sit here. Come here and sit there. We'll try to see if we can fix it. And what are you here for? Well, I may have kidnapped an entire town. I may have kidnapped the entire town. So Dr. Strange have to see both Sylvie and Wanda. That would be interesting to see if Sylvie popped up in the Doctor Strange movie. Oh boy. Let's see. Wednesday, September 5th. Daffy Duck. I am a duck based on self-preservation. Say up. Oh wait, let me try it again. I am a duck based on self-preservation. Our family went to Windy Rock today with the Chivvies and all the Buzzets and Beth Ann and what a day. We were all feeling sorry that Carl Ray was still in the hospital, but Mrs. Chevy said that we would call it a Carl Ray Day. See? A Carl Ray Day. Ooh, what a ride. She would take a picture just to show them to Carl Ray when he gets out of the hospital so we could all go again. I'm sure you can imagine all the people clumped together at Whitney Rock. Imagine Miss Chevy darting around and Beth Ann talking their head off, my brothers climbing trees, Alex and me sneaking off for one kiss, so I didn't have to write all that down. I just want to say one more time that Carl Ray is okay. Trying to remember how Homer finished off the Odyssey, so just read the ending again. It's a little corny, but with Adini telling everyone to make peace, but I can't think of a better ending. Summer is over. Oh, Alpha and Omega. So we've ended the book. We're actually finished with this, but don't worry, since we got a few more minutes left. Cause I see you got another voice suggestion. New Lola Bunny. So we're gonna use this as a little filler since it's a short book there, a little golden book. Bonus. Okay, so Space Jam New Legacy 2 Squad for the kiddies. Let's see. Let me look up, see what let me get a grasp of Lola Bunny's voice, the New Legacy one real quick.
I've seen a lot of basketball, but I've never seen.
Okay, I just want to hear her voice.
Welcome to the complete animation of Lola. Today will be the most challenging day of your life, Lola Bunny. You must pass this final test. I'm ready, Princess Diana. Pre-game ritual? We'll get yourself back. I promise. We wrap up? Of course. Try. Try. What do you call it, worms? Not you, girl.
Okay. I think I can pull that off there. I am ready. I know she's played. Yeah, I know she's Zendaya from the Spider-Man, from the Spider-Man series there, from the Spider-Man Homecoming. Yeah. Okay. So one day in Looney Tunes world, Bugs Bunny had a very special visitor, LeBron James, the most world famous basketball player. He asked Buzz to help him put together an unbeatable team. LeBron wanted big, strong players like Superman. I know just who to get, Bugs said. And got that picture there. Huh? Gotta admit, I like the what I see in the animation part there. Like them, yeah, just the regular animation. Yeah. But first, Bugs needed a vehicle. He had an idea. He planted a flag in the ground announcing I declare this land for planet Earth. And a spaceship arrived. Marvin the Martian got out and claimed the land for Mars. While Marvin was busy, he borrowed the spaceship and the ship blasted off without him. And Marvin said, "Oh, you've made me very angry." And as you can see with the picture there. Oh, and he even got the little dog there. Oh, that's cute. And Bugs then landed in a giant city in search for his old pals. And he found Daffy Duck, who had become Super Duck. and Porky was with him, documenting his heroic misadventures. And there was already a lot of talented, but there were already a lot of talented heroes in the city. Bugs told Daffy if they joined his team, Daffy would be the team's hero. Fine, Daffy agreed, but dibs on the coach. As we can, looks like Bat Bunny and Super Duck. Yeah. Guess they're getting new positions. Yeah. Oof. Hey, Lola, I have to tell you something. Something I need to tell you. You're Superbugs? No, I'm not Superbug. Bugs, are you serious? Your name is in Superbug's name. Must be a coincidence. Or Bat Bunny. Okay. There's Bugs, Daffy, and Lola. We now a porcupine. Bugs, Daffy, and Porky flew off in the spaceship in the desert, and Bugs listened carefully. The road runner and was being chased by the wild coyote, and two more of their buddies. And he convinced them to join this basketball team. Well, there's a picture of them chasing together, and Bugs is going to recruit them. And of course, we got Mike. Oh, we'll hear Michael Jordan again. All right, let's do some drills. Well, on a friendly planet, Sylvester the cat tried to catch Tweety, suffering succotash when Tweety escaped his clutches yet again. I thought I saw a putty cat, said Tweety. Well, Bugs invited his friends to join their team. They agreed. Sylvester promised not to chase Tweety. As you can see in the picture there. But you know they're going to be back in it soon. Ironic that I'm doing Michael Jordan's voice when I mentioned Sylvester and Tweety, considering that when Tweety got hit by one of the Monstars for sticking up for Michael Jordan, you okay? You're not scared of them, are you, Michael? Let's play some basketball. Back on the ship, Bugs and Daffy made a list of players they got so far, including Elmer Fudd. As you can see there, look like it's pretty much just gathered the players in this group there. Then Bugs Bunny found his old chum Yosemite Sam in the cafe playing piano for a small audience. Said, "How'd you like to play basketball in front of millions of cheering fans?" "You got yourself a deal, barman," Yosemite Sam bellowed. As you can see. All right, now that I just mentioned Yosemite Sam, now I gotta do that guy. Bugs thought that LeBron's team could use at least one really wild. Oh, finals at Tom Holland, Spidey meeting Ed. Oh, Spider-Verse. Okay, let's do that. I can't wait for that movie. Wow. So what are you doing here? Bugs thought that LeBron's team could use at least one really wild player to confuse the other team. And so he went looking for Taz. Bugs didn't have to look far because Taz came to him. You can see in the picture right there. Looks like Taz is pretty happy to see him. Oh my goodness, you're Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire's. Well, I just went to meet MJ, and the acoustics back there are, it's science in term. They say that the acoustics, the volume travels and everything. So, as a team's coach, Daffy said they needed a player who could provide veteran leadership. And Bugs immediately thought of Granny. In her long lifetime, she's seen it all. And while the book doesn't mention it here, ooh, excuse me. And while the book mentions doesn't mention it, according to the Looney Tunes show logic, Granny was a World War II spy. So quickness was important too. So they recruited the incredibly fast mouse named Speedy Gonzalez. Now the Toon Squad only needed one more player. As you can see, there's Granny and Speedy right there. And of course, the Matrix scene. Now I will admit, can't the lady check her Twitter? Yeah, now that's kind of a nitpick on Granny. But Speedy Gonzalez, I love seeing him do a Matrix reference with it. Neo ain't got nothing on me, homie. I Well, Neo got nothing on me, bro. And then even Granny had to kick some butt. And now for Andrew Garfield. Not exactly a distinct voice, but I'm going to do my best here. So, Bugs found Lola Bunny with the Amazons. We can't win without you, he told her. You're our best player. Lola hated leaving, but she loved helping her loony friends. Let's do this. So it looks like Lola's training with the Amazons. Yeah. And so back in Looney Tunes world, LeBron started at the players Bugs had brought. They didn't look big and strong, but they didn't look big and strong. And this is your unbeatable team, he said. Yep, best in the world. LeBron took a deep breath and said, I'll whip the squad into shape. Yeah. And the Toon Squad was ready to play. And you can see bringing them all to LeBron there. And that's the last of the book. And apparently that's what that's all we got for tonight there. So tomorrow, oh, wrong one. So tomorrow, 8 p.m. Central Time, we will be going into a new book for the live stream, Space Jam: New Legacy. So, oh yeah, yeah. This is oh MJ. This is Peter Parker. Peter Parker. It's Peter Parker, and this is Peter Parker. Hey MJ. Wrong beats. All right, we'll see you guys. See you guys tomorrow night to do the jam. New Legacy. Come on and jam. All right, so take care of Zach, and I guess our mystery guy hadn't heard the second guy say anything, but hopefully you join us tomorrow night at 8 and have some voice suggestions as well. We'll see you then.